Hi, I'm Rebecca McLaughlin-Eastham, and this is Business Line, your global business barometer, coming to you from the top of the world's tallest structure. It's Burj Khalifa in downtown Dubai. Elon Musk's electric car production company appears to have turned a corner as we enter 2020. The manufacturer delivered a record 112,000 vehicles in the fourth quarter of last year, and it's recently started production at a new factory near Shanghai. But the road ahead is fraught with challenges, not least amid scrutiny over its autopilot system following 3 fatal crashes.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk dancing into the new decade as the company celebrated delivery of the first Model 3 cars to the public at its factory in Shanghai.
We intend to continue making a significant investment and increasing the investment in China, making the Model 3 and the Model Y and future models also in China.
It comes off the back of a record end to 2019 when the electric car manufacturer delivered 112,000 vehicles in the fourth quarter. That pushed 2019 deliveries up over 367,000 vehicles, which was 50% above the 2018 total. It's been a testing time for the company, though, with workforce cuts and scrutiny of the company's autopilot system following 3 fatal crashes involving Teslas in the US. This just months before Musk planned to put self-driving cars on the streets. But despite skepticism, Tesla is holding on strong and shares have rocketed 91.1% over the past 3 months, bringing its market capitalization to over 70 billion euros.
Blockchain technology is transforming the way businesses operate and reimagining funding models across the board. UK-based property development firm BRIC Coin believes that its asset-backed cryptocurrency can address Britain's affordable housing crisis, make property a more liquid asset, and all of this whilst turning a tidy profit. To find out more, we spoke to the company's founder, James Hare.
So I'm joined by James Hare, who's the founder of BRIC Coin. James, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks, James. BRIC Coin came out of a lifelong passion for property and development, and when in the dawn of blockchain, I asked myself a very simple question: could the technology of blockchain be applied to that of real estate? And the resounding answer was yes. And actually the most pressing economic problem in the UK, which is the affordable housing crisis, and addressing that by using the technology of blockchain and creating a community around that.
And so just to explain more about the affordable housing crisis then.
Yeah, I mean, it's our number one economic crisis in the UK. We've got 1.8 million people on waiting lists and growing by the day. We need over 3 million homes to be built over the next 20 years. And currently we're delivering a fraction of that.
And so from an investor's point of view then, what can they expect if they decided to invest in BRIC Coin?
First and foremost, we're asset-backed. That means every development that we build, we retain ownership of. When we've built that development, we give the keys to that development to the local authority for a period of 50 years in return for a lease. But as I say, we retain ownership of the building. Secondly, we make competitive profit, like any private developer would. And thirdly, obviously people want to hold the coin, and the greater market wants to trade and buy the coin for the future value of the coin, given the fact that we're a fast-growing development company in the main.
When you buy 1 unit of BRIC Coin, does that correspond to 1 brick?
It doesn't. I think the way to look at it is you get exposure to what we're doing as a private development company underneath. To actually break it down into individual bricks, given the scale that we're looking to go to, if we're going to have any chance of helping address this major issue, is what it is. There are other blockchain projects trying to do that. we basically want our community to benefit from everything that's going on in our world, not just a single brick in a given property.
The company's UK registered, but you're based here in Dubai. And what are some of the benefits then of launching a business but being based here in Dubai?
I think it's the hub factor. I've lived in Dubai for 22 years. It is very much home for me. I love the city and the safety, security, and the kind of gregarious nature of it.
Listen, well, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks, James.
Humanity is racing back to the moon and investments in space exploration are skyrocketing. The so-called Lunar Economy is democratizing new frontiers for startups with interplanetary ambitions. And one of them hopes to offer the UK its first lunar lander by 2021. Let's take a look.
Once the sole dominion of governments and military complexes, space exploration in the 2020s is opening up worlds of opportunity within the private sector. UK-based startup SpaceBit has its gaze firmly fixed on the moon.
Our company is 5 years old. We've been working in a stealth mode for quite a few years, and now there was a time to reveal our two exciting projects. One of them is a space moon rover, and another one is a lander. It's actually a first ever lander which can fly again and re-land at different location on the moon. We will be developing this in UK, and we'll be bringing our Spider for the test in UAE in spring 2020. Our first launch of this lunar Spider will happen in 2021.
But with such huge overheads for research and development phases in this field, is it really commercially viable for a startup?
Commercially, it's very interesting that we believe in the lunar economy, we believe in building it, we believe in extracting mineral resources on the moon surface as well in the near future. But also, if you think about it, the moon might be a very interesting spot to ultimately go somewhere else, to go to Mars. In a few years' time, we want to successfully land our lunar rover on the moon and then followed by the lunar lander. So we'll be in a position to offer commercial opportunities for other companies to fly with us to the moon, and not only companies but also governments that will position us as a leading company in aerospace and one of the companies who are able to take payloads to the moon. And we are planning to sell our cargo capacity. So at the moment, projections are 1 kilogram of the payload will cost around $1 million US.
With investors predicting the space economy will reach $1 trillion by 2030, a sector that was once pie in the sky for any startup is now tantalizingly within reach.
Well, that is a wrap of Business Line for this month, but be sure to join me again next time for a roundup of the biggest business and investment stories from around the world. I'll catch you then.